Hello everyone and welcome back to Revs and Reviews. Today I have a 2023 Toyota Sequoia TRD Pro Hybrid. As you can see, the TRD Pro model does sit up a little bit higher, giving you 9.1 inches of ground clearance, which I do think is very nice. Now, across the back of the Sequoia here, you're going to see a blacked out Sequoia badge, which is these really big letters. I will have to say that. Those are some nice letters. They are fully blacked out, and overall this rugged design across the back here. You got your reverse light right here, and the sequential turn signals right here for your turn signal. And since this is your hybrid, you are going to get those blue blacked out Toyota badges. And then, of course, you can pop the glass right here, which I will show when we get to the cargo area. Now, overall, this vehicle is priced just around $82,000, and it has about 437 horsepower with a 3.4 liter V6 hybrid twin turbo engine. Now, here at the front, you're going to notice you're getting that same front headlight design from the Toyota Tundra with those LED tail lamps and that big vicious grille with your little yellow lights across the dash. No Toyota logo up front, you just have the Toyota badge with that camera down below. Overall, a very rugged design with all the TRD Pro emblems, and honestly, this SUV is huge, and it's a little bit taller than me, and I'm 6 feet tall. Now, this one does have just under 17,000 miles, which we will get to in a second. And of course, it is all-wheel drive, giving it 583 pound-feet of torque, which is very good for a big SUV like this. You're also getting, with the hybrid engine, 19 in the city and 22 on the highway, which isn't that bad, but it isn't that good. But it's a big SUV, and you get these like big rugged tires and this really cool design. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a cool design right there. But overall, for 19 in the city and 22 in the highway, it's not bad for being a big SUV that weighs a ton. Not actually a ton, but it weighs a ton. And I mean, it is a hybrid. So let's jump on inside here and let's see what the inside's all about. The door panel on the Toyota Sequoia. First thing you're going to notice is all the red stitching representing the TRD badging. You do have a dual cup holder system here with a little cubby for your coins and a really big cup holder. I bet you could fit a couple of Stanley cups down there, 2 memory seat adjustments, power folding mirrors, as well as power windows for all 4 windows. The coolest thing about this vehicle, I will have to say, are going to be these seats with this nice camouflage design, the TRD Pro badge, and this nice big headrest. Honestly, the leather is super nice and comfortable. I just sat in here. You do get power seats for the driver and passenger, and overall, I mean, this is beautiful. I did also want to mention you do get that accessory up there for any things you want to put up on the roof. It obviously doesn't cover the full panoramic sunroof. That way you still get that good view, and that is a really big sunroof. But overall, these seats are very comfortable, and I really do like all the red stitching. On the seatbelt here, there is no red stitching, which, I mean, it is a TRD Pro, and there's tons of other red stitching around the car. So let's jump inside and see what the infotainment is like. Before we hop inside, I did want to mention there is rails down here with that TRD badge. Now, the way I would get into this would be I'd put my feet in first and then get in. Now, honestly, for shorter people, that is a little bit different considering they are shorter. Now, down below, you are getting these very nice brake pedals that I'm going to be honest, it does look like Swiss cheese. Is that weird, or is it just me? But let's go ahead and fire her up. You get a red TRD power on button, and it is a hybrid. And she is kind of loud, but when she warms up, she's gonna warm up here. She'll get a little bit louder, but since it is a hybrid, you are going to have a quieter sounding vehicle. Now, down here, we're getting the door locks right here. This is for the power lift gate here. I do have to turn on the radio. Right here is your heated steering wheel control, your automatic headlights. your odometer trip, the TRD light bar that is in the front, which I do think is really cool, and then the voltage back in the back, which we will look at here in a second. Now, across the display here, you are going to get a fully customizable display right here, and with the different drive modes, it is super, super responsive, and you are going to get different designs here. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to put her in sport mode, and you're going to get a different colored dash up there, fully customizable. You do get lane keeping assist as well as front AEB as well as rear AEB. And honestly, the steering wheel with that TRD Pro badge and the red stitching and this little red stripe up there, overall very, very nice. Of course, down here you are going to see your battery wattage, and then of course your gas mileage. And then, of course, the vehicle is going to say it's ready because it is a hybrid. You will also see your gas mileage. Over here is your different radio controls, which controls this really, really big display, which we will hop into in a second. Down here, you are going to get your climate control right here with the heated and ventilated seats. You can turn the climate off. I have the heated seats on because here in Wisconsin, it is only like 43 degrees here in West Bend, Wisconsin. Now, you do have dual climate with this little screen right here. I feel like this is a little bit tacky, but honestly, if I were driving this vehicle every day, I would get used to it. There is a USB port right there, and then your trailer towing functions right there. Down here, you are getting a wireless charging pad, and that is all you're getting right there because you do have the USB right there, but wireless charging pad for your phone, parking brake and auto hold right there. And there is a very big TRD Pro shifter right here. Honestly, it is very, very nice. I really do like the red stitching on it and that red stripe. Of course, these are going to be blue because this is a hybrid. Now, down here, you're going to get 2 high, 4 high, 4 low, and you can adjust that by pushing that button. This rotary dial right here will control your drive modes, your tow haul, your different crawling settings for off-roading right there. Now, all you have to do is just press, and then the rotary dial will show you what is changing here, but we are going to leave it in eco mode here. That way we're saving a little bit of gas. Now, one thing you will notice is there's this really big piece of leather with the Toyota badge, and if you didn't notice, there's some red accenting right there. Right here, I wouldn't even call this carbon fiber. It is like a sort of kind of a texture, but right in here you do get that same red stitching with these cup holders. And this part right there does not open up, but yeah, just 2 cup holders right there. Now, here is where things get a little wild. Right here, you are going to get a little compartment right there. And then you can open this up, and you're going to get a full storage container in here. USB-C, USB, different holders right here, and then you have this like dual setup down here, and you can move around some of the pieces to make it more customizable to your liking. The one thing I did notice is there is no lighting in here, which I was kind of surprised about, but that's all right. And of course, the wireless phone charger is there. I would like to see another one right there, but this also slides back. I just realized that slides back. This lifts up. This part right here does not move though. And of course, the red accenting with the red stitching. Now, let's dive into the infotainment system and see what the infotainment system is about. Here on the inside, on the navigation screen and your infotainment screen, I cannot show you what the maps look like, unfortunately, because of the fact that you do have to subscribe through Toyota, and you do have to pay for the navigation. Now, it will tell you to press the get started button, but I'm obviously not paying for that. You do have the vents right here, big vents. Right here, you do have Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all that good stuff. Now, phone connection, your trip information, your miles per hour, vehicle alerts, and your settings. This is going to be your guest profile. And then, of course, you do have light and dark mode, Bluetooth settings. The car does come with Wi-Fi. sound and media settings, voice and search, dealer info, all the stuff that you need. Honestly, it is super easy to use. You can obviously pull up the radio here, but it is super responsive, easy to use, something different. You obviously have the Sirius XM right there, and a JBL sound system in here, which does sound amazing, by the way, but I cannot show you because of the fact I will get copyrighted. Now right here, we can take a look at the cameras. This is a 360 view. Now look at this. Those are not the exact wheels, nor it's kind of the same color, but look at that. They even got the Honda Civic that's behind us. Now we are gonna pause it, and I do wanna see the front camera here, or this is a lower view of your cameras to see where you are off-roading. Now, let's see. Does it show us our backup camera? So you can obviously pause it. Let's go to settings. Oh, you can change the color of the vehicle right here in settings. So our vehicle is white, but you can change the color. And I will have to say that beeping noise that it does make is kind of annoying. Okay, so here on the screen, to get into your radio, you're going to press sources, radio, and then these were obviously the old owners' iPhones. You do have Apple Music, Amazon Music, all that good stuff. If we could tap on Apple Music, it is a downloaded app, so we'd have to set that up with my subscription, but obviously I'm not getting all into that. Now you do have AM, FM, Sirius XM, all the good stuff. I cannot show you what the sound system sounds like because I will get copyrighted. But that is all for the infotainment systems up here. Now let's hop into the back seats and the third row and see what we can fit in the back seats and the third row, and to see how much legroom there is, considering this would be my driving position. So let's hop on in the back seats and the third row, and I will have to say those heated seats are very hot. The rear door panel, it is very similar to the up front one. Red stitching, power window switch, that really nice texture that is on the center console. Coin holder and your water bottle holder. They even have little water bottles on there. The JBL sound systems, and overall a really big door. And on this one, you also do get that sunshade, which is kind of hard to put up with that right there. This vehicle also does have a clean Carfax, no accidents or damage, which is a very good thing. Now here on the back, you're getting that same type of seat as up front, red stitching, that big headrest, and that really nice camouflage type of color. Now I am going to get into the third row first, and I will show you that process here. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to pull this button right there, and this is going to pop up like that, and then we can hop into the third row. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to fold the third row up. Now that I have the third row seats up and these two seats folded down, I did just realize when I was learning how to fold those up, you can lift these up and down with that little button, so they will fold down, but I am going to leave them up. That was an annoying beep. And then the headrest is manual, so you do have to manually fold that. Now let's hop into the third row. Now the one thing that I'm going to have trouble with being a bigger person and 6 feet tall, is going to be this step. Now I am going to try my best, and I am 6 feet tall, and honestly the headroom, as you can see, I am sort of kind of struggling. Sorry about my finger right there. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm 6 feet tall, and as you can see right here, it kind of ends with that gap. I don't have any headroom back here, and I'm going to be honest. This is where my head is. My hair is literally touching the third row. I have no headroom. But honestly, you could probably just put your kids back here. Now this seat, okay, this is going to be difficult. So these are not on rails at all. So we're going to pull this back up. And that is all the that is all the third row space you get. I don't have any more space. I can't even fit my leg in here. And I know some of you are going to be like, oh, it's because you're big. No, I'm 6 feet tall, and tall people's legs are long. But I don't even think I could fit a third grader back here, if I'm honest. Now, I'm going to fold this back down. Honestly, if I was sitting back here, I'd just have to go like this and duck my head. But back here, you do get the sunshades, of course, which I do like. You do get sunshades, 2 cup holders on each side, the ability to recline. Okay, maybe that will help. You can recline the seats, but I don't think it's gonna help. Okay, so it definitely helped with the headroom, but I still can't move my leg, and these seats do not move up. I do think that was a fail by Toyota, because if these were on rails like other big SUVs like the Expedition, I could probably fit back here, but if I was on a family vacation and I was stuck in the 3rd row, absolutely not. So let's fold these down and get into the 2nd row to see what's happening in the 2nd row. Okay, now here in the 2nd row of the Sequoia, I still do not have enough headroom. My hair is still, I like to keep my hair a little poofy, and it is kind of touching up here. But you do have vents in the ceiling, as well as for the 3rd row. This is the amount of legroom I have with my driving position. Honestly, I'd move this up a little bit, so I cannot complain about the legroom in the 2nd row. But one pocket here, a pocket over there, and back here, you're going to get dual climate for both sides, different modes, a home power source, a USB-C, and a USB. And 2 vents, and then of course the vents in the roof yet. No heated seats or ventilated seats back here, and honestly you could get a Hyundai Palisade with both of those for a little bit of a cheaper price. Now let's hop into the cargo area and see how much junk you can fit in the trunk. Alright, now across the back here, it is going to be a little bit loud because we are by the highway. I'm going to hold the button to open the tailgate. You can see those sequentials. That big tailgate, it is very heavy, so if that power liftgate goes out, you're pretty much screwed. Now back here, you do get power folding seats, of course. We're gonna give these a minute. These will automatically fold down. They're a little bit slow. You do not have to hold the button the whole time, but honestly, at least you're getting power folding seats. You do get all-weather floor mats. I will move these out of the way to show you the rest of the setup here. You also get that cargo net. And then right here is some attachments, so that way your seats align and make this all flat. Now this also can fold up and can be removed to give you more room under there. And this kind of reminds me of a Ford Bronco Sport, because you got that, you can probably fit your grocery bags up here, more grocery bags down there. But overall, lots of cargo room. I wish with those seats down it would be a little bit more flatter, but honestly it is a big SUV, and this SUV is practically meant for families, of course. Now to shut the liftgate here, we're going to walk over here and bam my knee in that Honda Civic. You just press that button right there and it will go down nice and fast, a little bit faster than it went up. And I would just like to open the glass here, because you do not see the ability to open the glass on many vehicles. You do not see that often, but you do get that ability to open the glass. Overall, for just under $82,000 and about 17,000 miles, this SUV is probably one of the coolest SUVs I've reviewed, actually. It is actually a family SUV, and I do really like how big and rugged it is, and the 9.1 inches of ground clearance that you are getting. So with that 9.1 inches of ground clearance, you have the ability to off-road and maybe climb some rocks. Now, in theory, would I buy this Toyota Sequoia? Personally, for $82,000, there is some better options out there, of course. You do have better options as in bigger SUVs, Lincoln Navigator, including for this price range. So let me know what you guys think down below about the 2023 Toyota Sequoia TRD Pro Hybrid. Let me know down in the comments down below, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And before I end the video, a huge thank you to Gordy Boucher Ford Lincoln in West Bend, Wisconsin for letting me come out and review this beautiful Toyota Sequoia. Have a great rest of your day, everyone.